First, to get to all that angst, you gotta deal with the weather.
Yeah,
angst.
that can cause some angst too. But we actually have not the worst election day forecast. The morning is going to be the worst part. So the good news is you won't be sweating in line for election day. How about that? But we are going to see our chance of thunderstorms, the strongest wind also early on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the 60s by 7 a.m. through all of the coastal bend except maybe the island and Port Aransas. As we head into this afternoon, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s. It's actually going to get really pleasant. Look at this wind becoming lighter, the sun breaking out. 3, 5, 7. I'm not saying procrastinate, but the weather's going to turn up really nice by this afternoon. But this morning, it is a little messy out there. Right now, we've got pretty smooth conditions along SPID. It's currently 72 degrees, but the wind has now officially picked up in Corpus Christi. We've got 20-mile-per-hour winds at the airport out of the northwest. So that's that outflow boundary moving through. A pop-up shower has popped up along the outflow boundary. So we're still tracking some spotty showers. Moderate to heavy rainfall going to pass through the coastal bend. The strongest thunderstorms right along Highway 35 still. No tornadoes at this time, no severe weather at this time. However, marine warnings are in place. That's going to be for San Antonio Bay, portions of Aransas Bay, and then up toward Matagorda Bay. All of these locations under a marine warning for some strong winds, possible water spouts also. That's not going to impact your voting though, but thunderstorms impacting the morning commute really early this morning, especially through Refugio. There was a chance for a tornado earlier this morning. That risk has since passed. But in Nueces County right now, it's kind of the calm before the front. And we have our own reporter, Maddie, out in the field getting you ready for Election Day on this stormy morning. How's it going out there, Maddie?
Hey, Carly, good morning. So far in Texas, over 9 million people have cast their ballot for every election, right? But obviously the big one is that presidential election. You have one more chance today to cast your vote. Today is Election Day. Like we've been saying since last week, there are 23 polling locations all over Nueces County that you can choose from. Right now, we're in front of Veterans Memorial High School. If you come to Veterans Memorial High School, you're actually going to enter on the auditorium side. Right now, we are on the, I believe this is the west side of the building, but the auditorium side is going to be on the north side. Now, make sure when you come and vote, you cannot wear any political clothing, any political candidate's name on it. You cannot do that when you come and vote. Additionally, a notice from the Texas Secretary of State says persons are not allowed to use a wireless communication device within 100 feet of voting stations. Additionally, people are not allowed to use that mechanical or electrical device to record sound or images within 100 feet of the voting location. Now, some different forms of identification you can bring with you to verify that you are allowed to vote here. You can bring your driver's license. You can bring anything issued by the Department of Public Safety, such as a Texas election identification, Texas personal identification card, or your Texas license to carry a handgun. Guys, this is one of the most popular locations in Nueces County. Like I said earlier, over 8,500 people cast their vote in Nueces County right here at Veterans Memorial High School. We're going to have all the information on our website, and I'm going to toss it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, wet start to the morning. Slightly.
Yes.
Slow down if you're driving, please.
Yes,
You're getting ready to drive.
We have seen some rain pass through the area already, and there's another round on the way. So right now, along SPAD, the biggest change on our tower camera this morning is the flag. So the wind is picking up across Corpus Christi as we speak. We've got a northwest wind sustained at 20 miles per hour. Temperature 72 degrees. It's starting to fall, but it's the rain everyone's really concerned about. And with that being said, we do have a weather impact alert for this morning, especially since you're getting out. A lot of us preparing to vote on this election day. What we are going to see is the greatest risk for thunderstorms and really impactful thunderstorms happening before 8 a.m. So it's really just about an hour of voting. If you're trying to get out and vote before work, this is when you're going to potentially run into the worst conditions. Once we get past 8 a.m., rainfall chances dwindle. We still could have an isolated isolated shower into the early afternoon. So keep the umbrella handy. Have a rain jacket or an umbrella with you if you have to wait in line outdoors. But once we head into this afternoon and evening, we're looking at some really great conditions out there. So here's the view right now on our radar. The rain passing into Corpus Christi now as we speak. This is where the airport is. This is where data is kept. This is where the official rainfall totals happen. We're getting some rain over the airport, which is great. This rain has passed all through the watershed as well. Not the heaviest rain we would love to see to totally start helping our drought conditions, but every little bit counts. This is the outflow boundary out ahead of those storms, producing the shift in the wind that we're seeing on our tower camera. And this is the line of storms that are producing the strongest thunderstorms as it merges with that cold front right now through Port Lavaca and Seadrift. That's where we're seeing some of the strongest thunderstorms, lots of lightning in this area, as well as some marine warnings for San Antonio Bay, portions of Aransas Bay, and then Matagorda Bay as well. Water spouts will be possible. Not too concerned about any tornadoes in the area at this time. We did start the newscast at 5 o'clock with a tornado warning in Refugio County. That has since cleared. Refugio itself and most of the county, except for the far kind of eastern edge, in the clear now. You're just going to expect these spotty little showers that have developed into portions of Duval County, Live Oak County, B County. So what we are seeing is some gusty wind up to 32 miles per hour in Kingsville. I don't anticipate the wind getting stronger than 35 miles per hour. Temperatures falling. Look at that Kingsville. 11 degrees cooler than the same time yesterday, and you're at 70 right now. We are in the 60s for Robstown, Sinton, Beeville. Much cooler conditions behind the front. So on this election day, the temperatures are going to be great. You don't have to worry about really sweating in line. It will be in the 70s this afternoon, but that's going to feel really pleasant compared to where we've been all fall so far. You'll see the showers moving offshore. That's great news, but again, spotty activity still possible. So just have an umbrella maybe with you if the line is long and it goes outdoors, right? Sunshine by 5 o'clock this evening. And then the sun's going to set pretty quickly after that. Now we have a chance for our first sweater weather day tonight. It will be a close call. This would be the first time we're in the 50s since about 198 days ago, which will be very nice, but it's not going to last for long. We do warm back up pretty quickly as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. Barbie, John Thomas.
Good morning, South Texas. I'm John Thomas Cobos.
And I'm Barbie Leo. It is 6 a.m. Tuesday, November 5th, Election Day. Good morning, John Thomas. Good morning, Carly.
Yes, good morning. We've got cooler weather on the way for Election Day. How about that? 68 degrees now in Corpus Christi. That temperature has dropped by nearly 10 degrees over the last hour now as the cold front is moving through the region. So for Election Day, I've highlighted the 7 o'clock hour. So 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. really our best chance for thunderstorms as that cold front's passing through. Quickly going to see conditions improve behind the front. Still a little gusty outside, 9 to 11 a.m. We also have a chance for some spotty showers through about 2 o'clock. But once we get to this afternoon, the sun starts to come out. Temperatures are only in the 70s. Our dew point is much lower. You're barely going to notice some humidity. It's going to be really pleasant conditions outside by this afternoon. But this morning, yes, we are tracking the rain, some moderate to, we'll call it moderate. Some pockets of heavy rain still passing through Corpus Christi now as we speak. But this is it. This is the cold front. It is moving through. Once it's through, our conditions really start to improve. The heaviest rain right now across Matagorda Bay through Seadrift, also through Aransas County. Still seeing round 2 now approaching Rockport as we speak. So you're about to get some more heavy rain in Rockport. This is the area with the strongest thunderstorms moving out of Oswell. You're about to be in the clear, and that's going to be great news for Refugio County as you've kind of seen the strongest thunderstorms this morning. But look at this behind the front. Yes, there is still a chance for a spotty shower. That's what we will be watching out for most of Election Day. Through the late morning is going to be the chance for the spotty rain shaping up. We've got a few drops on our Lex camera early on this morning, but we also have Madeline Salinas live out in the field getting ready for Election Day and how this weather is impacting you out there. How's it going, Madeline?
Hey, Carly, good morning. Hey, Coastal Bend, good morning, everybody. Carly, just like you said, within the last hour, it has definitely gotten cooler. I would tell you, within the last 10 minutes, there was a significant difference and shift in the temperature. There was a huge gust of wind, and it's just kind of continued since then. It has gotten chillier, so if you're going to come out and vote today, and if you tend to get a little bit colder like I do, make sure you bring a jacket with you this morning. We're not seeing thunderstorms just yet, but like Carly said, that's not going to come, correct me if I'm wrong, Carly, in a bit, but you said between the 7 and 8 a.m. hour. Guys, We are in front of Veterans Memorial High School, which is one of the most popular, honestly, the most popular location to come and cast your ballot. Just within the early voting period, this location saw over 8,500 people cast their ballot for the election. Just to put that in perspective, there was over 96,000 votes in Nueces County. That's a pretty big chunk. But guys, that's also only 96,000 people in Nueces County have voted. That still leaves over half of you guys to have one more chance to come cast your ballot for a multitude of elections, right? You have the mayor's election, you have you're going to be voting on your city council members, Senate election, congressman elections, but also the most important one, and probably the one that that's on everybody's mind this morning, is the presidential election. Make sure when you come here, you do not have any political t-shirts, any political hats, any political memorabilia at all. That is not allowed. And also make sure to silence your cell phones if you do bring them. As per the Texas Secretary of State, they are not allowed near the polling locations. We're going to have more coming up in about the next half hour. But Carly, like you said earlier, things have definitely gotten chillier. I'm feeling it. So like I said earlier, make sure you guys bring out a jacket if you're going to come early this morning to vote. I'm going to toss it back to you guys.
Great information out there. Thank you so very much, Madeline.